joined by Mark McBroom, Chamber President. Again, we'd like to thank everybody for attending. And we will begin with opening statements from each candidate, followed by 4 questions and a closing statement. Last week, each candidate was given a list of 10 questions that may be asked tonight. From those 10 questions, 3 will be asked, with the 4th coming from the audience. All candidates will answer all the same questions, with the order of responses varying. Without further ado, let's begin with the opening statements, beginning with Mr. Schobert.
Good evening. I would first like to thank the Chamber for putting on the forum tonight. My name is Brian Schobert. I was born and raised in Malacca. I'm a graduate of Malacca, class of '82. I bought my farm in 2007, so I've been a resident now for 21 years. Raised my daughter, who is also a graduate of Malacca. One of my qualifications is I try to be a very good listener. I try to listen to what people are saying, whether I agree or I disagree. I try to make good decisions. In my job, I'm a supervisor, so a working supervisor. So I have a lot of situations where people come up, ask me questions. I have to figure out what to tell them, give them advice and so forth. So I thank you, and I would appreciate your vote.
Thank you. Mr. Parkos?
Thank you. Hello, my name is Blaine Parkos. I'm here because I want to represent you. Our community, it's important to me to be a representative of the folks here.
We can't hear you. It's not turned on.
Isn't it? How's this? Is that better? Okay. Not a very sensitive microphone, apparently. All right. So, again, my name is Blaine Parkos. I'm here because I want to represent you, our community, and be a member of our school board to help represent you. A little bit about me: I'm a director of mechanical engineering at an architectural and engineering firm down in the Twin Cities. A little bit of feedback there. So please take time to read through my bio on the handout, and again, hope you enjoy tonight. A lot of good questions being asked, and come talk to me afterwards.
Thank you. Ms. Nelson?
Hi, I'm Rochelle Nelson. My husband Josh and I live a couple miles outside of Forreston. We have 3 children. Haley's in 9th grade, Logan's in 7th grade, and Claire is in kindergarten. And they all attend the Malacca schools here. I'm the Assistant Vice President of First National Bank here in Malacca. I've been in the finance industry for about 15 years and serve on several committees, or have served on several committees and boards in the Malacca community. I've been the president of the Malacca Area Chamber. I'm currently the vice president of the Biz2Biz Networking Group, and I've been on the finance committee for Faith Christian School. So I have a lot of experience on boards and committees, and I'm really happy to be here and excited to be a part of the school board.
Thank you. Mr. Day?
Good evening. Welcome to our question and answers today. I'd just like to welcome you all here, and I think it's a very important election for a lot of reasons, but I think for our board as well, it's a very important one. And I am all too a lifelong citizen of Malacca. I graduated from here. Both of my kids graduated from here. I taught here for 34 years as a social studies teacher, a graduate of St. Cloud State University. I also did some teaching supervising for 2 years after St. Cloud State University. And I've also done some subbing in the district as well. And I think experience I've had on other boards and things that I've served on over the years has given me a good listening attitude about issues before I make a decision. And I also think that I'd like to be back to mainly finish some of the work that we didn't get a chance to finish in my first term. And some of those things are the maintenance programs that we need to finish, like our roofs, things like that. Building improvements.
Thank you, Mr. Day. I apologize. Ms. Larson?
Good evening. My name is Sarah Larson. I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to have you all here tonight to speak with you and answer the questions that you feel that are important. I'm also a lifelong resident of Malacca. I was born and raised here. Graduated from Malacca High School in 1990. My husband and I live north of Malacca, and we have a daughter that's in the 6th grade here at Malacca Schools. I feel very confident upon the conclusion of tonight's events that you'll have all the information that you need to make a good decision with your voting for this very important election. And I feel like you're going to do what's best for in the interest of our kids and our community.
Thank you. Mrs. Plummer?
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Genevieve Plumidor, and I am so excited to be running for school board here in Malacca. My son Harrison is 3 and he just started preschool here in Malacca, and he is truly the light of my life. I have lived here now for a couple of years. My husband Charlie and I live on an almost century farm. We're 1 year away from getting that designation. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the eldest of 5 kids. I went to Mount Holyoke College for undergrad and went to William Mitchell College of Law for law school. I'm a current practicing attorney for a biotechnology company here in town. And I am a proven leader both in my professional and my personal life, and I really have a passion for education. I hope to get your vote, and after tonight, I want you to know that if elected to the school board, I will work very collaboratively on your behalf, and I will work to first and foremost put the children of this community as a priority, and I thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Herwig?
My name is Phil Herwig, and quick bio, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, attended City University, went to University of Pennsylvania. I have 2 master's degrees. I marched with Dr. King when I saw injustices and why I'm running. You want to know why I'm running? I'm running because I see an injustice here. We live in a poor area. 63% of the single women in this area are in poverty, and we are charging our kids for welding gloves, musical instruments, etc. They need to be provided free of cost to our students so that they can compete like the kids do from Minnetonka and Edina. And so that is why I'm here. I also taught at Penn State University.
Thank you. Mr. Quaintance?
Hello, my name is Todd Quaintance. I'm most of my life resident of Malacca. I'm the 6th generation of my family to at some point have lived in Mille Lacs County. I'm a 1994 graduate of Malacca. I have a daughter who graduated from here in 2015. I've been fortunate enough to be on the school board since 2002. I was first elected. To have a couple of years off in there, and then I got back on in 2006. During that time, I've been able to be on basically all the committees that the school board has. I've been an effective leader. I think I've been part of a board that has been financially responsible, and I would hope to continue to be part of that board as we move forward.
Thank you. Question number 1. We're starting. Are you aware that Malacca High School loses a significant number of students to area schools due to open enrollment, and that facilities and activities are part of that decision in many cases? How do you feel about this?
Yes, I am aware that we are losing many kids to Foley and Princeton. Those are 2 that we, from what I've seen from the charts, that we're losing for open enrollment in our district. The interesting thing is those communities have really invested in their schools. They've invested in new facilities, upgrades to facilities, remodeling a new elementary school in Princeton, new auditoriums. They've made those investments there. Those investments are attractive and exciting to students, to parents. They give the kids kind of a new place to go update it. It's 21st century education friendly. Those things, I'd like to see here in Mille Lacs. It would be important to, we started on that path already here, in that our new addition is set up for that. We started on that path. We need to continue down that path in making our schools ready for that. These new facilities, they excite kids, they excite parents, they excite teachers. It generates excitement around the whole community and the school. And so since we're losing so many students, that in turn affects funding. And that's been one of our downturns lately, is that we have a lack in funding, and we really need to, if we can attract those students back, that's another way we can help increase our funding, help monitor and level that out.
Thank you. Mr. Day?
Well, to answer the question how I feel about it is, I don't like it. And the problem is, it's frustrating for us on the board to see the numbers and realize that with the numbers of the students that move out, dollars go with them. And so we end up then having to look at our programming and decide which things we can keep and which things we can't. And that's the frustrating part. And the biggest thing is we're not really sure why. As Marcus was saying, that it might be facilities, it might be programs. We're not sure. We're currently starting to look at that problem, and I hope that we have some answers in this next term. And my goal, if I get reelected, is to try to turn this around, and so that we're not losing them, but making this place a destination place for students and our programs.
Thank you. Mr. Herwig?
It seems to me that what I've heard so far, the arguments are really based on economic determinism. My feeling is that the school and the leadership of the school and the board doesn't understand their audience. And as an example, they did a straw poll during the 2016 election. And the faculty, was shocked that 82% of the kids voted for Donald Trump. They didn't understand their audience. They also don't understand their audience. They have a program here to fight alcohol amongst kids. When you had a school that had 2 suicides last year, and the county attorney campaign is expressing the thought that drugs are becoming a problem in the community. So it's basically, and also, they say they're going to other area schools. That's a misnomer. 100 of those kids are going to homeschooling because the families are fed up, in a sense, with some of the values that are being promoted in the public school. So really the problem I see isn't dollars and new buildings. It's they don't understand what they're dealing with. We have an example in history of our country, a black lady, Mary Patterson. She was a principal at the Dunbar School in Washington, and this was segregated America. They got the tattered books from the white schools. She produced kids that became military leaders, congressmen, lawyers, etc., professional people. And she had basically nothing to work with. So the problem here isn't buildings, it's what's being put into the minds of the kids. You don't build great buildings to build great minds. You build great minds by educating the children.
Thank you. Mrs. Pomodoro?
Hi, thank you. This is a great question. Right after I decided to run, I had a meeting with Superintendent Trubenbach to ask, what's going on with the funding situation and why are we losing kids? Why are they deciding not to stay here in Malacca? And there are a variety of reasons that are said, facilities, extracurricular activities, specifically some sports programs that have not continued here in the school, the need and the want for some more electives. And the one that really struck a chord with me is that